I am so excited for everything that's going to be happening in the next 2 days. And you've all got schedules, you've all got bags, there's lots of food out there for you. Make sure you fill up on your coffee and water. You've got some orange juice out there if you need a little sugar, we'll have about an hour presentation. And then there's something exciting to show you. Or maybe it might be exciting to us and not to you, I don't know, but we thought it was very important to do this. But first, what I'm going to do is introduce you to Kevin Adams. He is the president of our State of Service DFW group. And Kevin, you want to come speak?
Thank you, and welcome to the State of Service. I'll let Chris do the full introduction on that. I just wanted to talk about we're coming into the end of 2023, going to be at 2024 soon, so it's time to reflect on the past. I came into, so DFW was founded in early 2004, getting close to 20 years of existence. I first attended in 2008, and then my first conference I got to go to was PubCon North, PubCon Dallas. That proved that Dallas could actually support a marketing conference, and Brett and Joe were gracious enough to let DFW host State of Search, and that's been in friends of the organization for a long time, so thank you guys. PubCon's also an organization. Both organizations I get a lot of credit for my career, so it takes people going forward and extending help. A lot of work goes into that. So I want to do, so DFW content at a time of change. I mean, in 2004, the internet is rapidly changing. People need to find out information. There's not a lot of great sources. People need to find out. It wasn't just the founders wanting to share their own information. They needed people to come back, bring information back to them. And continue through the smartphone, mobile revolution. A lot of time change, and now we're going through another time change. So I want to talk about something that's a little bit awkward. So 2020 is a little bit rough. And I know there's individuals, but for us, we were a drive time kind of like in the evening, Tuesdays or Wednesdays at the beginning of the year. That made sense if everyone's going and driving in the city, spending their time doing that. And driving back home, stop by the organization once a month. If people are sporadically working remotely, some people are at any point in time. If you're working remotely, it doesn't make sense to spare your time driving and then suddenly go into the city. So our attendance started climbing down monthly. That became really, really difficult on the monthly meetings. And our mandate originally was to shed digital marketing for Dallas Fort Worth. And so we, over the last few years, had come to some real moments of reflection, and we actually got to a point that of voting what are we going to continue, what we wanted to do, and we almost decided to shut our doors. We said if we got enough people to come into the board, we keep going. And Casey Watkins turned to ChatGPT and wrote an email. Wrote an email, sent it out, and we had 14 people out of the building. About half of them were from out of state. And that right there was the moment that we changed. I mean, we'd already changed to adopt State of Search idea that is the name of emergency organizations. The State of Search is the true viable part of the organization at that point, and we're rebuilding on the monthly. I just say that every one of you here is part of why we continue, and I want to thank you. So I got one more thing. It's a little uncomfortable. That's one of my favorite topics, politics. And I was given approval, I can do this. Because right now we're going through a lot of divisiveness, polarity. Issues matter, but I just want to talk about politics in context. It used to be that we talked about like the real leading edge of digital marketing was the adult industry, yes or not. They would find all kinds of ways to do things, to break all the rules. And if you wanted to know how to do something better, they were leading things. And what I think a lot of people, we need to look around and realize leading edge of politics is, marketing is politics. It's in the news networks, it's in the politicians. If you look at a politician as a brand, they follow brand rules. They follow platform rules on the networks that they're on, or the parties that they're on. It is absolutely brilliant if you're watching it. I can get frustrated and infuriated, but I'll tell you, if you're 100% convinced something's going to happen in an election, thank the marketer. If you're 100% convinced that there's a guy that is going to absolutely just change something, thank the marketer, because that, the truth isn't so easy. You know, the truth. It is great to watch, to step back and look at it from that perspective. As digital marketers, the important thing to remember is we live in change every day because technology is technology is disrupted by its nature, and marketing is disrupted by design. So I just want to point out that generative AI is now in the hands of masses and millions. And we have a presidential election here in 2024. 2024 is going to be amazing. So, I'd like to hand it over to one of my favorite people in the world, Chris O'Connor.
Okay, so next is going to be a little different. All my sponsors, come on up. Please. A little windy, wasn't it? This early in the morning. Yes, I can be a drill sergeant. I was a teacher once. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of our sponsors that is up here, because I think it's important that you all understand that without our sponsors, we don't have this. And they help us tremendously. We have party sponsors, we have parking sponsors, we have lanyard, we have bags, we have, what else do I have? The chat rooms and virtual. Honestly, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I want each and every one of you to make sure that you thank them for coming and supporting this organization. Because like I said, if we don't have them, we don't have this. And I honestly, shortly you're going to hear my story, believe that this group of people that likes to get together once a year or even monthly, right, has made a difference in many people's lives, not only in their businesses, in their agencies, but in their relationships, because you can build lifelong friendships from this event. So make sure that you say thank you, make sure you go to their table, make sure you talk to them, make sure that you help them, because they're helping you. Thank you. My story, what is my story? My story started in 2013 with Brian Reagan. Some of you know Brian Reagan. He is the BBB rep, was very, very involved with TFWSEM back in the day. And then he got kids. And then then he started coaching. So he kind of scooted away from the event. I was trying to get him to come here today, but he had a morning meeting. But what has Save a Search meant to me? I'm telling you, I grew a company because of this organization. I knew nothing, I was a teacher, okay? I knew nothing about business. I knew nothing about digital marketing. I knew nothing about Facebook and SEO and PPC and all the things that are intertwined with digital marketing and running a business. So these are, Brian, right now, I don't know if you can see the picture. What's the picture I wanted? Because, you know, when you find something on your computer, your memory, and then it disappears, and you can't find it again, that's what happened. So Brian Reagan was instrumental in getting me involved, and once I came, I was hooked, because everyone in the organization, when it started way back in the day, Tony Wright, Bill Hartzer, Joe Laratro, did I say it right? Yes. So many of the pioneers of this group, when I started, there was 200 to 300 people going to the monthly meetings. I was probably one of the small few that was a business owner. Majority of people there were agencies, mainly kind of like they're already here. So the benefit of me going to there is that I could learn, implement, and grow a company, and that's exactly what I did. The picture on the right is my son. I'm a proud baby mom. Just want to wish all you veterans happy Veterans Day. This picture he should have taken. He was a submariner. He's in the middle of some ocean when they surfaced on that, I don't know what it's called, on that little deck. And they weren't allowed to have cameras. But he snapped this picture, and this is by far probably my most favorite picture ever of military. Now, don't tell anybody, because you probably still get in trouble. So what did I learn? I learned a lot of the basics. You know, there's always a shiny object out there. We gotta go next, find this, do this, go on to the next. But what I have found is I am not with that company anymore that I grew, but I've learned that my clients, I've gone back to the basics, what I started in the beginning, and it's amazing the difference that I have made in their businesses and how they've grown. So, SEO, content marketing, blogging, I couldn't absorb enough of the information. On the monthly meetings, I used to go to Bill Hartzer all the time and say, okay, what's new, Bill? And he'd sit there and just tell me. Next day, I'm in my computer implementing. How many of you are implementers? Good. That's why you're here, right? To learn, so you can go implement for your companies. I'm telling you, here's a rule that I learned many, many years ago. If there's one thing that you learn at this conference, and you implement that one thing within 24 hours to 48 hours, it will get done. If you find other items that you really like and you put it on the to-do list, what happens with that list? It gets pushed all the way to the bottom, and you forget about it, and you never do it. So I might recommend just look for that one light bulb moment for you, or two. Or if you're in a group of people, split it up between you, right? It's so important to go implement after you've spent 2 days here. And I know you're going to be overwhelmed, because I always was, right? I still am. It's amazing. We've got an amazing lineup of speakers. So make sure that you take that in and go implement, honestly. So, back in 2017 or 2018, there was a conference, obviously, and it was at Gillies. And I had met someone, there was a presentation and they were talking about accountability. How many of you have an accountability partner? Oh, very few of you. Okay, let me encourage you to get one. Why? It really helps. Like, I work on by myself now. I don't know how many of you work by yourself now, work at home, and you don't have an office that you go into. Sometimes it gets lonely, or you just need somebody to talk to, right? It's just like you're used to that, doing that in the office, right? Are most of you remotes? Quite a few of you, yeah. So you don't get that interaction, that personal interaction. So I had met Dr. Karen Finn. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to be here today either. And we just hit it off. And I think it was in Casey Marquis' room, that we made the connection and decided to become accountability partners. So that was in 2017 or 2018. And I want to tell you, we talk without fail every Tuesday at 4 o'clock. It's in our calendars. Now, have we missed a few? Yes, because she's had medical emergencies with her parents and, emergency type things. But we always make sure that we connect. Why? Because it helps support us. We mentor each other, we help each other, we console each other, we give thoughts on how to make it better or what to do differently. It's so beneficial. So I'm going to put you all to the challenge. Find one person in this audience that you want to be an accountability partner with and stick to a schedule that works in both your schedules. And I promise you'll see a lot of difference in your work, because when you're not held accountable, you can push it aside and say, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, I'll do it later. It's almost like a mastermind, right? Oh, I'll do it later. But if you know that you're going to have that conversation, when you do, you work tirelessly to get it done. This whole organization obviously gives you many tips and tricks to build your business, to build your agency, to build your clients, wherever you are in your journey. So I just want to say that I come from the garage door industry. And I think I have some people here that are in the garage door industry, which make me smile, because I've never seen anybody in the garage door industry come to any kind of function. So I'm excited, woo! Even though I'm not in it, there you are. Even though I'm not in it anymore. But I started with the garage door company in 2006. And I left in 2020. And I grew that company from 0 to 1.6 million. Now, I know it's not big numbers, but when your average ticket is $465, that's a lot of $465 tickets, right? So my point is, with having Dr. Karen, my friend, pushing me, leading me, I got more done. By being involved with this organization, State of Search, right, and the WSEM, it helped me grow that company. Remember, I was a teacher. I had no idea what business was. I had no idea how to grow a business. And I'm going to be upfront with all of you. I really thought that hiring employees was going to be the easiest part of my job. Okay, you see that blonde in here somewhere? Okay, I had no idea it was going to be that hard. All this other stuff was a whole lot easier because I can go implement it, right? And I can't control people. And people come and they go, and it was the biggest part of the challenge. Now, the difference is, I was a business owner, and I ran day to day. I did all the departments, right? I was operations and payroll and HR and inventory and accounting, and I don't even know what else, right? I wore all those hats every day. And let me tell you, there were days that fires had to be put out. I'm sure you experienced having fires put out, right? So you just got to step back, take a breath. I mean, nothing worse than having a technician wreck your truck and hit somebody, and there goes your day, right? Luckily, knock on wood, nobody ever got hurt in those. I had one technician, I don't know what he was doing. I can only assume he had his cell phone and was chatting with somebody, rear-end a cement truck. Who rear-ends a cement truck? They're huge, right? But he did. So, anyways, all I'm trying to say is that get yourself an accountability person. Use that light bulb moment. Make some difference in your life, other people's lives. And DFW SEM, last year at the conference, decided to marry DFW SEM with State of Search, so that's why we became State of Search by DFW SEM. And we've been trying to rebrand this whole year. So this is part of the celebration. Now, I will say that I have something really exciting to give every one of you. Where is it? Sitting on my front porch being delivered today instead of last week like it was supposed to. So, you will all get it tomorrow. I was so excited. It's a really cool 4-in-1 item that I thought you would all like. But all I have to give you today is a pin, which is kind of humiliating. But, we move on, right? We had Jeff LeBlanc. Come on up, Jeff. Jeff has a little story to tell you. Jeff is the one that came up with our new logo to rebrand us. And I am so excited to share it with you, Jeff.
Everyone. I know y'all are eager to get to coffee number 2, so I'll keep my comments really brief. So I'm Jeff LeBlanc. I'm the CEO and co-founder of a digital marketing agency called Luna, based in Dallas. We have a team in Canada and the US. We serve national and global clients, mostly working right now with B2B software, private aviation, and law firms. So we do a lot of search advertising, and I always love Save Search because both for SEO and PPC, we always walk away with like pages and pages of notes, and I hope you all have the same experience today and tomorrow. I actually co-founded that agency with my wife, Aubrey LeBlanc, who is not here right now. She's busy having a 3-month-old spit up on her. We have a newborn. So we actually met, the really quick and cool story is that we actually met at Save Search. So in 2018 at Save Search at Gillies, we found each other through organic search. There we go. That's gonna slam later when you have your second cup of coffee. So we love the conference because honestly, if it wasn't for Save Search, I would be married to my lovely wife and have a beautiful baby. I'm pretty partial, he's a beautiful baby. So I just want to give a really quick, I think we should all give a really quick round of applause to the organizers, the board, the volunteers, everybody who makes this event possible every year. Thank you, we appreciate you. And speaking of marriage, like Kevin was saying earlier, they have married their 2 brands. DFW SEM and Save Search are now Save Search by DFW SEM. And so when I heard that they needed some logo help, I enthusiastically raised my hand to volunteer for that project because obviously this conference means a lot to me. And so without further ado, I'll go ahead and unveil the surprise, Chris. Welcome to Save Search. We all had an excellent conference. Marriage is the theme today for me. So we married the 2 brands together and trying to get things a little more modern. There's a bit of line in the, it's bothering you a little bit, but maybe I can give the flowers to you, perfectionist. But anyway, welcome to Save Search. Y'all enjoy your conference, and I'll pass it back to Chris.
Okay, so we're going to have a few minutes, but I want to tell you about what's happening between 5:30 and 7:30. Hotel Inn, which is right down the road, is probably a 3-minute, 10-minute walk. I don't know, or you could drive a 3-minute drive. And Casey Marquis is the sponsor of our after-hours party. And it's going to be in the Third Rail Bar. And we have a band coming. So we can get on our boogie. There'll be some hors d'oeuvres and some drinks, and you are all invited to come. We would love to have you. Sometimes that's where you learn the most, is those after hours networking. And you can really get with people that you don't know, that you just met at a conference today, and really make some connections. And you can also really probably gain a lot of value from what they have to say. A lot of our speakers, which is what I really like, are the how-to, like how to get things done or whatever it is that they're speaking about. So you can go implement that very quickly within your business or agency. So I know that we've got, this time is a little bit short, but you are all right now hopefully going to find your accountability partner, and at 10 a.m. we'll be ready to go in the rooms. What do you say? Good. All right, thank you so much for being here.